Today we're going to be talking about a topic that's close to the heart, including myself, for many Christian worship leaders out there. It's a topic that has sparked a lot of debate and even controversy among the faithful. And that topic is leading worship is not a performance. So what exactly do we mean when we say that we're leading worship and it not being a performance? I know that debates have gone on and there's been a lot of blog posts and everything, so if you're bored of that, you can just turn the video off right now. But I'm going to start out by saying that we need to define what performance is. A performance is typically understood as an artistic presentation given to an audience with the intention of impressing, entertaining, wowing them. It is usually a one-way communication aimed at eliciting a certain response of emotions or reactions from the audience. But when it comes to leading worship, the goal is not to impress or entertain the congregation, at least it should never be, but the goal is to create an atmosphere of worship where people can encounter God. No brainer. Connecting with Him and responding to Him in authentic ways. As worship leaders, we're not performers. We're the facilitators. As I often say in our workshops, it's about leading relationships. It's about leading people in the room. Performers have a different take on it. They're leading things musically, and that's all well and good. But if you're trying to lead people in worship, and it being worship service, performance, I think, can be done in a different place. So not knocking performing, but we also don't want to confuse our worship leading with it. Especially, we also want to convey that as leaders of worship, we're not putting on a show. We're highlighting His show. It's the service belongs to Him. So what does it mean to be a worship facilitator? As I just said, firstly, it means recognizing that worship is not about us. It's not about our talent. It's not about our abilities or our creativity at the same time, or how well we can decorate the stage or anything else. It's about God. It's about showing His worthiness to be worship. That's what worship is. It's giving worth unto God according to His worshipness. We're simply there to point people towards Him. Secondly, being a worship facilitator means creating space for people to worship. We're facilitating. We're not the ones doing it. It's the Holy Spirit leading through us doing it. The means of choosing songs and arrangements that are conducive to worship, creating an atmosphere of reverence and creating a safe environment where people feel included and feel free to express themselves in worship in a biblical way. That's our job. It's to create that environment. Thirdly, being a worship facilitator means leading by example. That means modeling authentic worship off stage. It's also being vulnerable in our relationships. It's about demonstrating a heart for God that inspires others to worship Him. That means we're not perfect. That means if we make a mistake, we make a mistake. It means that we live up to our own accountability and we are putting ourselves in a place where we're transparent before others. So in conclusion, leading worship is not a performance. It's about creating an atmosphere where people can encounter God, not about putting on a show. As worship leaders or facilitators, we're there to point people towards God, not towards us, and lead them in authentic worship, not performance worship. Let's strive to be those kind of worship leaders who facilitate encounters with God and not just performers who put on a show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.